Yo, what's up with y'all? It's JD, Travelsthenix, and I'm back with another quick video. In today's video, I'm out here in Honolulu, Hawaii. Actually, I might even be in Hawaii, which is another little city right next to Honolulu. That's close to my house, but I think this is Honolulu. I'm out at this spot called Cromwell's Beach, and here's just a little shot of the scenery here. It's not really necessarily a beach. This is actually more like a rocky area where people go and jump in the water. I'll take some videos of that and I'll add it in this video. But that's not what this video is about. I'm actually just out here chilling, and I wanted to make a video in a cool little location. Sometimes I get tired of making videos at the park or making them at my crib. But anyways, today's video is going to be about having a mentality makeover. And some people need a mentality makeover, and I think a lot of times in our lives, we need a mentality makeover. I know for a fact, at a certain point in my life, I needed a mentality makeover. And what exactly am I talking about when I say mentality makeover? I'm talking about people who have kind of a distorted mentality, distorted view of how things work in this world. And a lot of it comes from narcissism and entitlement issues. And when you get involved in narcissism and you get caught up in having entitlement issues, it really hinders your ability to find success and create a foundation for yourself with work ethic. Because a lot of people tend to think that the world owes them something, because they come from a poor community that they deserve to have that, and life isn't fair and everybody's beating them down, and that, you know, somebody's supposed to help them out and somebody's supposed to save them. And at the end of the day, man, I hate to say it, but that's just not the way that life works. You get out what you put in. So if you put in a ton of effort, you're gonna get some results out of that. And of course, everybody's not starting off from the same starting point. Of course, some people are born with a silver spoon in their mouth, but you know, that could actually be a hindrance to them in the long run, because they might not have the work ethic instilled in them because they've been spoiled over the years. But I'm not making this video to pick on any certain demographic or any certain group in particular. I'm just speaking in terms of overall society, and especially us in this country, America. We tend to be extremely entitled, and we seem to be extremely narcissistic. And I believe that a lot of that just comes from the fact that we grew up, for the most part, for the most of us have grown up not really needing anything. And when I'm saying some of us may have had a worse situation than others, we might have grown up in a violent neighborhood, or we might have grown up in less than ideal circumstances in terms of an area that's filled with drugs and different things of that nature. But at the end of the day, we all still have, for the most of us, like I said, for the most of us, I'm not speaking on everybody, we all have had a roof over our head, had food to eat, had clothes to wear when we go out and go to school, and we had an education and different things of that nature. And this is something that people all over this globe don't necessarily take for granted like we take for granted. We take so much stuff for granted in this country, it's ridiculous. And I guess the reason why I'm kind of making this video is just because I see a lot of people who just are extremely entitled. It might just be entitled because they just feel it's their God-given right to be able to have a job and just kick back and not put any effort. Or maybe they might be on unemployment and they're not even looking to get a job. They're not looking to get a job, you're on unemployment, and you're not even working on starting your own business, or you're not even working on becoming self-sustainable and independent. You're literally just depending on the government for a paycheck. And a lot of people I'm noticing are just kind of like enjoying their time on unemployment. They're just kicking back, acting like it's a year vacation. We're in the middle of something that we've never really seen as a society. And of course, a lot of people are getting laid off from their jobs. A lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of businesses are shutting down. So there's a lot of people who are hurting right now. So for some people to have the mentality that they're in kickback mode and that it's all good because the government's giving them $1,000 every 2 weeks or whatever the unemployment money that they getting is, and it's ridiculous, man. You gotta get a fire lit underneath you somehow. So that's what I mean in terms of a mentality makeover. And also, that's one aspect of it. But another aspect of it is just, it seems like we're living in just a complete social media culture where people are just glued to their phones, number one. And number two, they take what's happening on social media, or they take somebody's social media status as their status in real life. And people will look at somebody who has a ton of followers on social media, or they'll see somebody on YouTube who has a ton of subscribers, and they'll look at these people as if, man, they must be doing something right with their life because they got hella subscribers on YouTube. Or, man, they must be doing something right with their life because they got a ton of followers on Instagram, and it looks like they're living it up. But at the end of the day, Instagram is literally just a highlight reel for a lot of people's lives. People aren't showing you the bad aspects of what's going on in their lives. And a lot of people are just characters on Instagram, and a lot of people are just characters on YouTube because they're not necessarily keeping it real with their following. They're not keeping it real on what type of person that they really are, or they're not keeping it real on the fact that their life is they're only showing you what's going on in their life on a surface level. And a lot of these people are really superficial anyways. So when you're dealing with superficial people, they don't have any depth. So when you don't have any depth, and you don't have a real character, then, you know, all the little shit that you're doing on social media, all the flossing and all the hoes that you got around, or all that type of stuff, it's like, that shit gets old after a while, man. And you start looking for something that's a little bit more meaningful in life. And I'm not saying that as a hater, you know what I mean? I'm just saying that as somebody who's kind of experienced that in my own way, you know what I mean? I never had like a huge social media following or anything like that, but I was at a point a few years back where I was making a lot of money, and shit, I had a whole bunch of women in my life, and it was shallow, you know what I mean? It really didn't mean nothing, because I personally at that point needed a mentality makeover, because my mentality at that point was just get money and fuck hoes, you know what I'm saying? And that's not a good mentality to have. And now that I feel like I have more purpose in my life, and I have more of a clear vision on what I want from my life, my mentality is completely changed, and I have more of a quality over quantity mentality when it comes to a lot of things, and that's material items, women, you know, different things like that. I want quality. I don't just want a quantity. I don't want just to be having things in abundance, you know what I mean? I don't want to live a gluttonous lifestyle. But these are just certain things I'm talking about in terms of a mentality makeover. But I'll probably say first and foremost on a mentality makeover is that you need to have that dog in you. You know what I'm saying? You need to know what you want in terms of finding your purpose in this life, and you need to go after it. And what I mean by dog in you, I mean like that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan dog, where you're just not willing to let up. It's just super tenacious like a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? That's how we need to be when it comes down to what we want in life and our goals. And everything else needs to be secondary. So that's got to be our mentality. And also another mentality makeover point I'll probably want to make is that taking people for granted that we have in our life, and we need to realize that the world does not revolve around us. And this is another aspect of narcissism. A lot of people think that the world just revolves around them, and that their problems are at the forefront. Their problems are the only ones that matter. Their joys is the only ones that matter. So they're living their life simply just to make themselves happy, and they're not looking at it from a macrocosmic standpoint. They're not looking at it from a point where they know that they might have certain people in their life that they're responsible for, maybe a wife, maybe some kids, or maybe some elderly parents, anything like that. You're not in this world alone, so you need to take all the people in your life that show you love into consideration, and reach out to them sometimes when maybe they're going through some things, or maybe check in on them and see if they're going through some things, and not just worry about yourself. Don't just always go to people with problems. Go to people with solutions. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we need to be doing on a consistent basis. We need to make sure that we're going to people with solutions. We need to make sure that we tell our parents that we love them. We need to make sure that we tell the people that we love in our life that we love them. Don't just go to people when you're down and out. Go to people, you know what I'm saying, just to say what's up and check in with them, especially in the times right now, like right now, because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of loneliness. So if you living away from your parents, man, check in on your parents sometimes, man, at least a couple times a week. You know what I'm saying? Have an hour conversation with your mom. Have an hour conversation with your dad. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them. Even if sometimes, you know, they might be talking about some stuff you don't want to talk about. I know my parents love to talk, or at least my dad, he loves to talk about politics. I don't really like to talk about politics, but I'll listen to it. I love talking to my dad anyways, because 99% of the stuff that we talk about, I love talking about. So, also, one thing I want to address is the idolatry aspect of social media. And I feel like a lot of people are almost idolaters when it comes down to these people that they follow on social media, these athletes, these celebrities, these influencers. They look up to these people so much just because they have a lot of people following them. And a lot of times these people don't have any wisdom, they don't have any knowledge. These people are not anybody to idolize. You're not supposed to idolize anybody, period. Period. Go to any religion. You're not supposed to be putting people up on a pedestal. You're not supposed to be putting Instagram thoughts up on a pedestal. You're not supposed to be putting celebrity athletes up on a pedestal. These people are human beings, flesh and blood, just like you. You know what I'm saying? You have abilities that they don't have, and you have abilities that they couldn't even dream of having. Maybe it's on a mental level. Maybe it's on a physical level. Maybe it's on a work ethic level. You have abilities. Everybody's born with some sort of gift. You know what I'm saying? So you need to maximize your gift and figure out what your purpose is, not worry about what the next man's purpose is, or idolize or be so in awe of what the next man's gift is. So make sure that you on your hustle, make sure that you on your purpose, and make sure you on your grind, and stop worrying about the next man and stop worrying about the next woman. Stop worrying about it, man. Zero in on what you got to do in life. That's the mentality makeover right there. Zero on what you got to do in life. Stop worrying about all the bullshit and focus in on the actual goals that you have in life. You need to set some goals first and foremost. Again, stop following them Instagram thoughts too. I'm gonna keep singing that tune too. But anyways, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. If you guys have anything to add to this mentality makeover, go ahead and add it into the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys disagree with this video, leave that in the comment section as well. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you guys didn't like the video, give it a dislike. I really don't care. But anyways, guys, I hope everybody's having a great day. It's Sunday today. I'm having an extremely good Sunday so far. Active rest day, doing a whole lot of walking, shot some hoops, and now I'm chilling at the beach, or at this little spot right here, and I'm getting ready to go over to the beach, which is right next to this spot. Anyways, guys, hope everybody's having a great day. Peace.